Good morning. This is David Elliott, principal of your Queen Anne Elementary School. I've been asked to talk to you a little bit today about fundraising, and it's something that as a principal, when I first became a principal, I never even gave a thought to. It wasn't something that I figured would be in my repertoire, and found out that it's critically important. And my experience over the last 10 years at CO has been that the PTA has played an extremely pivotal role in funding the important things that we need for our kids. And by that I mean everything from classroom teachers to the arts, music, performing arts, before and after school programs, robotics, everything in between, knitting. So it's an amazing thing that happens in a public school, and I understand we're a public school. I have a little tough time when I tell people that we charge for full-day kindergarten. And that fundraising is a critical factor for our public school to make it what it needs to be. The reality is our funding in the state of Washington is abysmal. We're somewhere near the bottom, 43rd, 42nd, 44th in just about every category of public funding, and it's not getting any better. I believe we need to change that. I believe that legislation pressuring our legislators to fund education at the level that it should be is a critical factor. I'd like to see that happen rather than fundraising. But in the short term, it's a really critical factor. So the question is why? What in the world do we need it for? And the answer is many. The first fundraiser we did will be paying for an art program, an art teacher to come in and work with our kids. Also pays for tutors for our kindergarten classrooms. And others as needed in other grades to support our kids. Our class sizes this year are particularly large, and those are our youngest kids, and they need the most support, and that's where we're putting those funds. Now, we're a technology 21st century skills school, and that means we need 21st century tools, and that means computers, it means interactive whiteboards, it means cameras, like the flip camera that I'm using right now. It means digital video cameras. It means all sorts of tools that kids have. It means software that they can use to present their projects online. It means access to sites around other kids and other places around the world, and that sometimes requires software that we need to purchase. So there's a lot of different things. Right now we're in the process of trying to put together a laptop cart. Had a conversation with Katie Crine yesterday about what it would look like for her kids who need extra challenge, just need to be working faster in math if they were on a laptop and had some individual time. So there's a lot of different needs in this school, and as we look forward, we may be even talking about building on that site. The buildings at the old John Hay site, which will become our school next year, they're old. And we're going to need to do some work. There's work that the district is doing, but it's limited. And if we really want to look long range and talk about building new buildings on that site to do the kinds of things that we would like to do, that's going to take some capital. So I understand that it's a difficult issue for some families. When I became a teacher, my family qualified for food stamps. So I understand the situation that many people are in. And so giving is absolutely an individual choice. How much to give, what to give for. But I want you to just think carefully about it. For those of you for whom private schools was a choice, to think carefully about whether you would give a significant portion of what you might give to a private school, to Queen Anne Elementary, and turn this into a real showcase. For those of you that are in another bracket, what can you give? If it's a small amount, whatever is important, because we believe that when you give, I was told this by a fundraiser one time, that if people believe in something, they will give. And what he told me was, it's not hard to ask if you believe in what you're doing. And I do absolutely believe in this. It's something that I had not sought out, was to start a new school, but I will tell you it's one of the most exciting things I've ever done. I'm so looking forward to the next few years as we build this school. An incredible group of teachers, an incredible group of parents that I believe can turn this into one of the best schools, as Susie Levine says, in the world. And I absolutely believe that. And I'd like you to partner with us. And I'd like you to think carefully about how to give and how much to give this year. So I appreciate your time, and I hope this was short enough that you were able to watch all the way through. Thank you very much.